Hey guys, welcome to Me and My Shadow. Not a riding video today. I just wanted to go ahead and do a quick video to kind of sum up this whole episode I've been doing on the concept of being afraid of things when riding a motorcycle. Now, I think that there's a certain amount of good things that come along with being afraid, having a good, healthy fear and respect for riding a motorcycle. At my age, maybe it's an age thing, I'm not sure, but I can tell you guys this much. It's so important to be safe in what you're doing. And if you're not safe in what you're doing, then you need to learn to be safe. Because to be honest with you, nobody can ride your ride for you. Nobody can get you there safe except for yourself. I think there might be a little bit of a stigma involved with saying that you're afraid to do something on your motorcycle. Like with me, as far as like riding on the interstate and stuff like that, I do call it my nemesis, and there's a reason I call it my nemesis, because, well, I'm afraid of it. And if you're riding scared, guys, in my opinion, then you are riding dangerously. So I don't think that you ought to push anything beyond what your capabilities are or what you think you can do. I don't think there's anything worse than getting out there and being so afraid that you're going to lock up and panic and do some stupid things, right? So you have to be able to manage that fear, and that's what this series is about. Yes, you do have to actually get out there and face that fear and be willing to, take a calculated risk as far as that goes. But it doesn't mean that you have to get out there and push yourself past what you think your limits are. I think it's so important, as I've mentioned in previous videos, to be able to make sure that you are taking the necessary steps, such as a basic safety riding course. Making sure that you have the proper safety gear on. And I know, man, I live in Texas, it gets hot and it's not fun wearing a helmet, gloves, armored jacket, some people go as far as armored shirts, the riding boots, all those things. But it depends on your level of how bad, if you do go down, do you want to get hurt, and how bad do you want those injuries to be. I would much rather ride and be a little bit uncomfortable in the heat than I would, especially getting on the interstate or something like that. I mean, if I can walk away from the accident, if one should happen, I want to minimize my risk at all costs. So spend the time and spend the extra money to buy that gear, to me, is something that's pretty darn important, man. I also don't think that you should push yourself past your limits of what you can handle. If you're new to motorcycle riding, then you need to be able to make sure that you have the basics down. Find a parking lot, practice your U-turns, practice starting and stopping, practice panic stops, practice having to stop quickly. You never know when somebody might just pull right out in front of you. Practice those things, and don't just do it once or twice and say, okay, now I got that down. Make it like a habit. Make it a habit to go to the local college or shopping center or whatever big enough parking lot where there's nobody around, and you can learn to practice those skills. There's all kinds of really good videos out there. I would highly recommend a channel called Boots and Jeans Rides, or Boots and Jeans Riders. They are awesome. They've got tons of great safety videos as well as skills building videos. And I don't think we're ever too old to learn something new, and especially when it comes to motorcycle riding. I guess I'm making this video because I want everybody to come home safe and get to their destination safe, and at the same time I want everybody to have a great time while riding. And I think the safer that you are, no matter what your goals are, if it's just to be able to commute back and forth to work every day, or if it is you have a bigger goal in mind, such as getting out there and making the distance rides like I want to do, safety is always key, and it always has to be at the forefront of your mind. So that's why I'm doing the fear series, because, and it is getting better as I go, and I go a little bit further each time, and I go down the interstate, and this last time I think I went further than I've ever gone before. But it started somewhere. It had to start with me actually feeling safe enough to get out there, feeling confident enough that I had the skills to be able to do it, and that takes time to build up. I didn't just hop on the interstate the day I got my bike. I've done a lot of riding. I started out in neighborhoods, and then from there I worked my way out into secondary streets and highways, the local highways, not the interstate. And then, but always in the back of that mind, man, was the nemesis, was the interstate, was the big fear. And now I'm starting to conquer it. But you have to take little baby steps. It's like I said in my video, how do you eat an elephant, man? You do it one bite at a time, right? And once you're comfortable, you can move forward and your confidence level will grow. Take a motorcycle safety course, like I said. It's not going to cost you that much, and it'll save you a lot in your own personal treasure, and your kids seeing you come home every day, and your wife seeing you come home every day, whatever your situation is. It's just going to improve your capabilities for riding, and it's going to improve your skill level and help you become more aware of things that you should be aware of. Plus, they're going to give you some basic tips and practice items that you can use not only just in the course to pass the course, but you can take some of those skills, practice them on your own, and really hone your ability to be a safe rider. Guys, the way I look at it is simple. We have chosen something that's a sport, and it's inherently dangerous. It's an inherently dangerous occupation, riding a motorcycle. And you see all kinds of people out there that are doing stuff that's, well, not exactly safe. The chances of getting hurt are tenfold compared to being in a car, right? And the amount of injury that you might suffer from a car injury as opposed to a motorcycle injury can be drastic. So it's an inherently dangerous skill. Why would you not take the time to learn to do it as properly and as safely as you possibly can, right? And that's really all I got for today. It's just a short video. I wanted to kind of throw it out there and let everybody know that I'm going to continue on pushing that envelope in a safe manner. I'm also considering taking some more advanced motorcycle safety courses and things along those lines, because I love to ride and I want to do it as safely as I possibly can. Nobody can ever stop the car pulling out in front of you, and nobody can stop every little bit of gravel or wet leaves that are on the ground that may cause a mishap or an accident. I understand that, but the more that you practice and the more that you take your time and learn the skills that are needed, the less those chances of things like that happening are, and the more aware of things you are. Like, here's one simple tip I never knew. When it starts to rain outside, the painted lines on the road, that paint becomes slick as glass. I didn't know that till I took the rider safety course. So you got to be really careful when it's wet outside and you're riding, when you cross those lines, because you lose traction very easily. That's just an example of some things I learned. I'm by no means any kind of an expert rider whatsoever, but I enjoy riding, and it gives me all the freedoms and stuff, and it gives me a real pleasure to get out and cruise, man. And I want to push that as far as I can, but I want to do it safely. So anyway, guys, that's all I got today. I just wanted to shoot this quick video and post it for anybody that might have some questions about it. And if you do have any safety questions that I might be able to answer, keep in mind I'm no certified safety expert at all, but anything that you might be wondering, or anywhere I might help direct you to get the answers that you need, just let me know, man. That's what we're all here for as a community, right? Anyway, like I always say, it doesn't matter what you ride, it's that you ride. Thanks for watching me in my shadow today. Everybody have a great rest of the weekend, and we'll see you soon.